Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how I achieved this look in under 30 minutes, and this is a really nice simple hairstyle that can still last you like a good 2 months. I really like it because it's not your traditional like weave or box braids either. It's pretty unique, and yeah, so just stay tuned for the tutorial and I hope you enjoy it.
This style is pretty fun and simple to do. All you need to make sure you have beforehand is a drawstring ponytail, some beads, and braiding hair if you're adding braiding hair to your braids. If you don't know how to cornrow, I recommend that you watch my detailed tutorial on that before you attempt this style. If you know how to cornrow, then this style will be a breeze because adding in attachment hair really isn't that hard at all. To prepare the hair, I section it off into strands to make it easier for me to grab later as I'm braiding my hair. I start by regularly cornrowing my hair, and I make sure not to speed this part up so you can really see what I'm doing. But when I cornrow it once, I grab a small strand of hair and place it underneath my index finger. And once I do that, I can flip half of the attachment hair back and forget about it and pretend like it's my own natural hair there in the back. And then with the piece hanging down there in the front, I add it to my own hair that is there in the front of my index finger. And then I treat it as my own hair and continue braiding as normal. So the point of doing feed-in braids, which is what these are called, is to try and make the braid look as seamless as possible and make it not look like you're adding in any attachment hair at all, which is why you're going to start off with adding a small piece of hair at the beginning, braid a little bit, then add another piece that is slightly bigger, braid a little bit, add another piece that is slightly bigger, using the same method that I just showed you to add in the hair each time. Really only takes like 5 minutes to learn as long as you know how to cornrow, and like I said before, if you don't, I do already have a video where I thoroughly explain how to do it in detail, so definitely go watch that. I ended up adding in the attachment hair 3 times for this particular braid, and you can rewind to reference exactly how big those pieces were in case you want to replicate what I did exactly. Another tip that I have is that it's important that you don't add too much hair and make this braid too thick, because then the beads that you will add in later won't be able to slide up through the braid. This was the mistake that I made the first time, and I actually had to take it down and redo it, so don't make that mistake too. Another tip that I have is that if you're not the best braider, feel free to just braid your own natural hair without adding in the attachment hair. I think the style will still come out looking really cute. Also, if you've ever tried learning feed-in braids from other people, I know that some people like to add in the hair from on top instead of underneath like the way I showed you earlier, which just looks really bad because you can see the hair every time you add it. But by adding it in this way, the way I showed you earlier, it's really seamless and you don't see each time that you add the hair, so make sure you're doing it this way. Next, you'll need to prepare your hair for the drawstring ponytail. So what I did was just braid up all of my hair into one big braid, and then I twisted it around itself to just make a bun. And this drawstring ponytail was just one that I found at my local beauty supply store. This ponytail was a really good find. A lot of my friends actually thought it was my real hair. I'll put details about it in the link down below, but I did buy it in store, so I'm not sure if it's sold online. And it comes with clips, as you saw, and a drawstring, which I didn't actually mess with because it came fitting perfectly anyway. All I used was the clips, or the combs I mean, to just slide them into my hair, and it fit perfectly. You can also sew it down, but I chose not to sew mine down personally because I thought I would remove it every night, but I ended up just keeping it in, and it was really secure anyways without me ever sewing it down, so it's up to you. I was really feeling this hair though. I was not expecting it to look this good or this natural. Money fall on you, banana fall on you. Okay, so first I'm braiding off the ends of the hair and cutting it to match the length of the ponytail, and then I'm just adding in these beads that I also picked up from my local beauty supply store. I'm adding them in one by one, and they have these little tools that can help you these beads into your hair faster, but doing it by hand was actually pretty fast enough for me. And I just alternated the colors depending on how I was feeling, but just have fun with it. You can get different types of beads. There are so many that they sell at the beauty supply store. And once you get to the end, in order to make the beads not just fall out, you'll need to grab that same rubber band that you used earlier to tie off the end of the braid, and then loop it as I'm showing you right here. And then I just cut off anything that was sticking off at the end. And then I just add the beads onto the other side in the same way. And I must add that this hairstyle was inspired by another YouTuber whose video I saw earlier, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really like this style, I have to do it on myself. So I definitely want to give her credit, and I'll link her video down below. You should watch that one as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It was a lot of fun for me making it. As always, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.